Greetings, YouTube. Many of you know the user Pep1000. He's been featured on several MCOC channels and also is an incredibly generous person who has sent a lot of super chats to a lot of people's way, including myself. And he also loves to open crystals. And so he had been hoarding several crystals. And then when Kabam, at first yesterday, refused to come out with their 5-star featured list and then randomly came out with what was mostly a very disappointing list of mostly old champs from years ago, it inspired him to say, screw it. I'm opening up everything right now and just seeing what happens. So I have two different videos to show you that he sent over. And as always, Pep, I appreciate you trusting my channel as a way to get out your crystal openings. A lot of data in these two videos. So we are going to hit the play button and we are going to start with 15 Grandmaster featured crystals of the new variety and just hoping to see if there's any 5-stars in them. These things, still the only real way to get the new champions, but these crystals are just spinning very strangely. Now, I think the way that the crystal is stopping is very shady and very confusing. I've had quite a few crystals that will slow down, and it'll take 3 slow rolls to get over 3 champs and to finally stop. And in this case, at least, it's 4-star, right? I call him Inferior Iron Man because, of course, Iron Man Infinity War is still by far the best Iron Man. And then he just said, screw it, I'm going to pop 10 and 0 new. He does get a 4-star Nick Fury. But the 5-star Agent Venom is what I got as my only worthwhile 5-star pull. My last Cavalier Crystal opening. Such a weird opening. So many Max Sig 4-stars. And that's really it. He has 3 of these left. And he decides to go back to the spinning method. The shady spinning method, that is. And you can see She-Hulk and Magneto going by. Carnage and Electro. What a shock. 2 more crystals left. Let's pop them. 4-star Moon Knight at least. 3-star Hawkeye. Now it's time for other crystals, right? It's time to scroll down and potentially open 25 Cavalier crystals. I opened 20 last time, got 1 5-star. So hopefully he does better than my 1 out of 20. Can't really feel that bad since my brother gave me 7 5-stars in a batch of 18, but a 3-star Ultron is not going to put a smile on my face. So another couple of spins, at least he's fast tapping them, and he goes from a 3-star Ultron to a 4-star Corvus, a champion that I still have not ever had on my account, but I am not going to complain as I have a 6-star Corvus, which I continue to have 6-star guilt over. All right, so 3-star, 4-star, pretty standard stuff with these drop rates so far. A bit lagging on the stop. And then here we go. A 5-star Jugs. I mean, it's Jugs, but it's a 5-star. And that takes his Jugs up. I missed how many levels. So popping 10, trying to get another 5-star. And we're seeing nothing but 3 and 4 stars. And that's it. So 13 crystals goes back to just 1 5-star with a bunch of 4-stars at least. But yeah, pretty disappointing batch of 10. He still has 12 left. And so he is going the spin, pop, spin route. Kind of like a spin, pop Oreo, if you will. And just nothing good coming around that reel. All 3 stars. Finally gets Mr. Fatty Cash himself. Pops another batch of 10. Maybe he'll get a second 5-star this time. And you can see he indeed does not. Kabam is giving them his, or they're giving him their middle finger, I should say, which they have been flexing quite a bit this week, especially when it comes to all the bugs. So last crystal, is he going to go 1 out of 25 5-stars? Terrible drop rate. But then again, not something that has changed. Couldn't even do the old balls. It's just Howard the Duck. All right, so That is indeed one video, only of 5-star jugs, and that is it. I feel very close to that video as I just pulled a 6-star jug. But a shorter video, part 2 of the opening, in which he is going to go for 64,000 5-star shards worth of featured crystals, but he also has 64,000 5-star shards worth of 5-star crystals. So quite a array of champions, and he still has some champions he doesn't have, believe it or not. And so he's looking for, obviously, top-tier champions in these 5-star crystals. And he starts with the University of Phoenix. And his Phoenix is up to Sig 200. So at least he's got max Sig ability. And then he just says, screw it, I'll pop these 5. And look at that. Corvus, Hulkbuster, Rogue, Cyclops. Basically... or Rogue, what am I saying? Phoenix as well, and then the Corvus is certainly the best, but he opens so many crystals that he has almost max Sig. It's very cow whale-like Sigs, but at least he got a Corvus to pop up. That's pretty exciting stuff. I still don't have my Corvus awakened, and so that leads him to have enough 6-star shards, as was the purpose of that 5-star opening, to give himself another shot at hitting one of the champions that he is desiring of my roster, 6-star Domino or 6-star Corvus. Keep in mind that what he really, really doesn't want is a dupe on a 6-star. If nothing else, he wants a new 6-star champion. He's opening this partially because he is so ticked off at Kabam for the way that they not only concealed and described the 5-star featured crystal that's new, but also just the trash champions that are mostly in it. So many people have reached out to me just disappointed in that pull. Can't say that I blame you one bit. So, Crystal's spinning around, hoping for something great. And there's Corvus and Sabretooth and Omega and the champion and so many great champions. And then couldn't even do a Korg. Instead, he gets Mordo, and that awakens his Mordo, which is exactly what he didn't want. So the man reached out to me and said this might be his last crystal opening for a while. He is burnt out, and it's just like at the top as it is in the middle and even the bottom of this community, where because most 6-star champions are average at best, but certainly not champs that you would spend 3 fully tier 5 basic catalysts to rank up, you're just never going to do anything with them. If you don't grind in the arena, they're literally just sitting on your bench. So I do have a lot of 6-star Survivor's Guilt with my 6-star roster. I wish everybody who's watching this the same kind of crazy luck that I've had in those crystals. And yeah, it's to the point where Kabam's got to realize if the game's future is 6-stars and most of the 6-star pool is trash because they're refusing to take the best 5-star champs that are not new and making them into 6-stars, it's just going to be a lot of disappointment and burnout when it comes to the 6-star basic crystal especially. So Pep, thanks for making this a special pep rally on my channel, and I always appreciate your content, and I always appreciate anybody who watches. Thanks for watching and supporting my Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube channel. Have a great Friday.